Hey guys, what's going on? I'm your boy Rod the Rican from Rican and His Comics, and you're watching C3XE, man. So the question is, if I had to buy a book, a dream book, which book would it be? My dream book right now, Amazing Spider-Man issue number 4. Simple fact, because the origin story, first appearance of the Sandman, and not only that, it's the first time you hear Spider-Man announce himself as the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That is my dream book. I'll take a low grade any day of the week, and you're watching C3XE.
Alright everybody, welcome to episode 2 of C3XE. I'm Anthony East, the show where I put two of my, well, he used to have a neckbeard and neck-bearded friend. We're going to go head-to-head with their comic book tastes for a little bit of a drafting battle we got going on. Okay, that's Nick.
Yo.
It's Brandon.
Hello.
And today we're talking about Spider-Man.
You know the days we both came up in the punk rock scene, right? So I can't hold a microphone, just to be clear. I can't hold it like this and take myself seriously. So I'm going to wrap it. If you guys want to call me, know...
It's okay, Henry Rollins. You can...
yeah, exactly.
Totally do what you got to do. There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen, listen up.
Okay.
Okay, the rules one more time. Number 1. Once a comic book is drafted for a specific character, nobody can ever draft that book again for that character. For example, if this was a Silver Surfer episode, you can totally use the issue of Fantastic Four number 48. However, we can't use it again.
Yeah. If we had another episode for Silver Surfer. Okay.
But you can use it again if we're doing an episode on the Fantastic Four. You got that there, Smith?
I think I got that.
Or even like Galactus if you want to do like mention of...
if you were doing a villains one.
Okay.
Villains run or whatever.
Cool.
Rule number 2, you have to declare whether you are choosing the book for spec or for love. So if you're the fan or if you're doing it for the straight old cash money.
Okay.
Okay? And rule number 3, you get 2 scores. I will pick the winner at the end of each episode based on your arguments. And then, we're going to go to the chat in the comments section. We're going to tabulate the total, and at the end of the episode, what the comic book community says, and at the very end of the series, we will declare the official winner. So who knows? Nick lost last time. Fans might like him. So who knows? So, all right, boys, let's get it on. Nick, you won the coin toss once again. What is your first Spider-Man pick?
Amazing Spider-Man number 1. The first self-titled book.
Soft, but continue.
What? Even I'm on, okay.
I just picked it to make Brandon jealous.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I'm saying it's soft.
This is going to be a fun one. Nick knows that's a problem for me because he knows that I love, those early Marvel mix-ups when they screwed up the names. In the backup story for that issue, the Chameleon story, there is a first appearance of Chameleon in that book too. Mm-hmm. There's they refer to Peter as Peter Palmer. So instead of Peter Parker, so technically, it's one of those ones like the Bob Banner thing and so forth. So
gotcha.
All the writing errors in the world.
It's going to be hard when it comes to the debate to knock down the book. One, because it's one of the most sought after books ever. But
just try.
Yeah.
So Nick, what do you got in your ironclad?
Hello,
number
my pick.
1.
That was my number 1.
That was his pick. I just backed him up because he did it knowing I would.
Fair. All right, Brandon. Well, what do you got for your first pick then, smart guy?
The only book that can possibly trump Amazing Spider-Man number 1, Amazing Fantasy 15, first appearance of Peter Parker, Spider-Man. No doubt.
Probably the most iconic cover there is, and it's been mimicked so many times.
One of 3, depending on the day of the week, most, 1 important, but 2 sought-after comic books on the planet, and one of the most valuable. So I'll do it on spec because it's certainly a more easy argument, and because we only have 2 minutes, I'll do it on spec, but you'd have to be out of your mind if you didn't pick this book for your dream collection. If that wasn't a goal for you as a collector, and you like Spider-Man even the littlest of bits, you should really reevaluate your life. And no, I'm kidding.
Oh, and just for the record, my first pick was for spec as well.
Spec and spec. Okay, Nick, what's your number 2 pick?
Secret Wars 8, Origin of the Black Suit. Gotta love the Secret Wars series.
You picked a book for this contest that you already own?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fair. Wow, Your evil maniacal laugh.
I want more than one of them.
Is that for spec or love?
Oh, this one's just for love, pure love. Like when I first found this series, read it, loved it. Like even just like the series as a whole has like amazing covers in between too. Like just the Hulk holding up a mountain.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, Brandon. A spec or love? Oh yeah, that was love.
That was love.
That was all for love. What's your number 2 pick?
I'll take First Doc Ock, ASM number 3. I think I'll do that for spec, obviously. I think that's, again, just one of the most iconic covers that there is. It's a little bit harder to get a really high-grade copy, so it makes it a really sexy buy for me, you know? If I could ever get my hands on that, that would make me extremely happy as a collector, because it would be in high value.
Pure spec?
Yeah, spec.
Okay, no love.
Well, of course, but like we're talking about the creme de la creme of both superheroes and books in general. So,
what's your number 3?
Number 3, Amazing Spider-Man 252. This is the first appearance of the black suit inside a Spider-Man comic. Cover is pretty much a throwback to an earlier cover, but also this one pure spec. Like, this one's hard to find, high graded as well.
It's a throwback to my book. It's throwback to Amazing Fantasy 15.
But also made better with the black suit.
Made better, okay.
And that's spec or love?
Spec.
Spec. You're all spec?
No, he did.
I did love for Secret Wars.
Oh yeah, right. I'm an okay.
ASM 252 is a good issue, though. You know, so
a hard
you can go
one to
either
find.
way.
What's your number 3?
Ooh, okay. So Nick screwed me off the bat. He knew I wanted ASM 1 because he knew he wanted Peter Palmer. I'm going to take one off the plate for him. ASM 50. First Kingpin, Spider-Man No More storyline. Iconic cover.
I wanted that so bad.
Beautiful, beautiful book. Perennial grower. I will take it as a spec book because, from the perspective of what's going on in the films and so forth, even with the buyout of, the Fox properties and stuff from Disney, all 3 of those studios up until now have technically, Wilson Fisk is one of those characters that kind of every studio had the ability to use, and so you could have had like 3 or 4 Kingpins going in different cinematic universes, and so that still technically is possible because Spider-Man is part of the MCU, yes, but then there's all these Spider-Verse films, so we could even see multiple Wilson Fisks, and obviously we saw what Daredevil was all about, and
just great,
Vincent D'Onofrio was amazing, so. It's an important character. What he does with Spider-Man in these issues is fantastic in the storyline. Is it 3-part series? I can't think of it. So, I read it as a trade because I don't own the book. So I'm not like Nick. I don't pick books I already own.
So, spec or love?
Spec. I'll take it for spec.
Pure spec. All right. What's your next one? What's your number?
ASM 300, the milestone book, but also first appearance of Venom.
Yeah, we got a theme going here.
Yeah, we got a big theme going here.
First appearance of Venom?
First appearance, but also that cover too. Another hard book to find. Another great cover. Also, going to be recently mimicked coming up also too.
It just was, I think.
Yeah, this week, right?
Yeah.
Spawn 300 dropped.
Okay.
So he also did it previously. He did another one.
Yeah.
I can't think of what it was. 227, something like that. Spawn.
But this one I've been looking for a while, and I can't find it. And at least not find it
at the price you want.
At the price I want.
Yeah, that's the hard thing.
Every time somebody gets a hold of this, it gets graded right away and then put up on the market. It's a hard sell.
And the raw copies that are out there.
Yeah.
So if you come across a raw copy of that in good condition, yeah, grab it. Absolutely.
Grab it, keep it. Don't let anybody see it.
Yeah. And you put it in a locked box. And throw it in the river.
Oh, okay.
In a van down by the river?
Sorry, is it me or is it you?
Oh, no, it's you.
Oh, no, hold on. I'm picking this one based on spec as well.
Pure spec?
Pure spec.
That'll continue to climb.
Yeah.
That's a fair bet.
It's a milestone book. It'll always climb.
Okay. What's gonna tackle that milestone for you?
I'm tugging at your heartstrings with this one, sir, so I'm going to look you in the eye.
Don't even
as I say this.
Do it.
He lost the glasses, ladies and germs.
Face it, Tiger. You just won the jackpot.
And you botched the line. It's face it, Tiger.
You just hit
the jackpot.
I'm sorry.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm actually red.
ASM 42. Yeah, you're right. I did botch it, but whatever. It was a sexy moment. I got to look into e-size for a minute.
I got lost. I got a little turned on.
ASM 42. Is it technically a key? Kinda, sorta. But the most important thing for me is that moment. It's a very important moment for Peter and Mary Jane and everything that would come from that. And there's some weird storylines that go on after that, as anyone who's a Spider-Man fan knows. But that book to me means an awful lot. So even though I could very well pick it on spec because I think it will go up in value, although it's not really like that hard to find right now, I'm going to go Love.
Brandon goes for Love. Number 5, still alive. Nicholas, what is your 5th pick?
Web of Spider-Man number 1.
Oh.
Sorry, let me laugh in the mic. No. Go ahead. Please continue.
Bell Tower issue.
Okay. Please, Nicholas, do tell.
This is the infamous Bell Tower where Peter, in the black suit, goes in and tries to get the symbiote off by ringing the bells of the church. Either way, this one's more iconic, and this one is definitely based on love. This is a labor of love.
Well, it would literally have to be, because otherwise you'd be grouped in with every other speculator back when that book dropped that bought like 6, 10, 15 copies, but whatever. It's a good story. I won't knock you on that, Nick.
It's also the first.
Number 5, still alive.
Okay, I'm going to pick one on Love. And East, to be honest, I'm already one ahead in the competition. I don't even care if you got to disqualify me on this. You didn't specify whether this had to be a Peter Parker Spider-Man.
I didn't.
But I'm gonna pick Ultimate Fallout 4 first. Miles Morales. I'm gonna pick it on Love though, to be on the safe side.
I call it shenanigans.
In case.
Hey.
Grab your brooms.
Can you let him finish, please? Let him finish. Save it for the debate. You got your 2 minutes to argue that. Brandon, do go on.
In case, I'm gonna go with Love. In case you would have disqualified me for spec, because obviously Peter Parker died in Ultimate Spider-Man 160, so which is not an expensive book. And while I could have also chose that, that's one that you'd think would be a key. Like I've read articles about that book where literally like Brian Bendis is saying that he was typing it and crying his eyes out and. But the reason that I'm picking it on Love and to be safe, whether you allow it as a first appearance of Miles or whether you allow it as a Peter Parker book, is the legacy of Spider-Man. The world could literally not be without Spider-Man, so much so that another one came up. The legacy is so important to this character. Yes, Miles Morales is amazing. What Saladin Ahmed is doing in his books right now, you guys know that I absolutely love. Yes, I love the Ultimates. We all do. But I'm picking this book because it really is resonant to me how important a Spider-Man is. A Captain America is. Like characters like this that like a legacy carries on. A Captain Marvel is to these universes and their storytelling. So on legacy and love, Ultimate Fallout number 4 is my final pick.
On Love.
On Love, even though like it's a on a spec level that book is constantly climbing.
Disqualified.
Yeah. That's fine.
I'll tell you what, Nick. You know what? I believe I'm in control of the rules. He's not disqualified. So what I'm going to have you do right now is he's going to get his 2 minutes.
No, sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. I'll stop pretending to host the show. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
seriously.
Yeah, you will. You will, sunglasses.
You know what? I'm walking out of here.
I'm
walking out of here.
Yeah,
Let him talk. Let him talk.
He's got 2 minutes. Okay, Tiger. 2 minutes. And... Brigadoon.
All right, so I think I did a nice balance again, like I did with some of the other drafts that we've done so far, with Amazing Fantasy 15 and ASM 3 being really high-end collector's spec books. First appearance of Spider-Man, first appearance of Doc Ock being in there. I think that they're incredibly important for any Spider-Man collection. If you can get a run of low-end, those early numbers of Spider-Man going, beautiful. With regards to ASM 50, I believe I picked it on spec. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Either way, I'll kind of mix it here. Yeah, I picked it on spec. First Kingpin, like I said, important character. and one that you may be seeing in multiple places. You never know where he's going to pop up. He just popped up in Spider-Verse. We're probably going to see him in live action form in the MCU one day soon. You've seen him in Daredevil. He's intrinsically tied to a lot of characters. Powerful spec book, and what he does to Spider-Man in this issue or in this series of books. This is being the first issue of it. Is like incredibly menacing. I think I closed out with ASM 42 and Ultimate Fallout, and I think that those books both speak, number 4, by the way, Ultimate Fallout, number 4, speak to the legacy of Spider-Man, how he really tugs at your heartstrings, and the character is truly needed, and it's why he's one of the highest earning brands in the world, period. As far as Nick's books go, I think he picked a real mishmash of garbage, stuff that I could probably give him the cash for right now, stuff that he has in his collection, and then he picked ASM 1. So, on the basis of that, yes, he's got a book that I really, 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 really want in my collection more than anything else. Other than that, he's got Secret Wars 8, which, is a pricey book, but not that pricey. ASM 252, great story. Love that book. But he's got 2 shit books to close it out, I think. I can't remember, but it's garbage. It's garbage compared to me.
Okay. I'll be the judge of the garbage. Nicholas,
judge.
would you like to come up? Okay, Nick, you managed to upset a person who I never thought could ever get upset. So, please, within 2 minutes, explain what Brandon calls a terrible, terrible taste of Spider-Man comics. And break it, dude.
Okay, it's generally known that everybody wants Amazing Spider-Man number 1, so I'm just going to leave that one off to the side and talk about my other picks. Secret Wars was the biggest thing. Mm-hmm. Yes, mass-produced, but at the same time, try to find that issue, good luck. First appearance of the Black Suit in 252, as well as 300 milestone books. Milestone. You can't even find that today. You gotta go digging for that book.
Digging, you say?
Dig deep into the wallet and grab that book.
That's hilarious.
Hey, keep it quiet over there.
I picked Web of Spider-Man on Love because I like that darkness that it brought to it. But also, as for my books, because they're on spec, a lot of them were. I enjoyed it. As for Mr. You hit Botchamania over there with You Hit the Jackpot Tiger, yeah, can't really say much. And cheating by bringing Morales in to tug on everybody else's heartstrings, which was really, really a nice ploy by you to tug at the heartstrings of our host here. But at the end of the day, my books, they tell more of a story than yours do. So in that, you see the journey, the progression, the dark times. The only one that's missing out of the dark times, which you snagged from me, was the Spider-Man No More, which I really wanted. But hey, you really wanted ASM 1 too. But hey, we can't always get what we want. I'm done here. Good night.
Okay. Nicholas once again stops with 36 seconds left. But you know what? Now it's time for my final thought. This one is kind of tough here when it comes to The Amazing Spider-Man. Nicholas led on spec. Brandon pulled on my heartstrings. So I have to do the one thing that I kind of swore I never thought I would ever do. I'm going to give each of them a point. So I would put Brandon at 2 and Nicholas at 1. Nick hit it with spec, 2 diggers, and he came at me angry with Brandon after losing the last round. And I liked that. However, Brandon played at my heart, and that was swell. And he right hooked with the Miles Morales. What's up with that? You didn't even think about that. We never even cleared that up. And for a guy that moves around the rules, in fact, both of them played a little dirty, he needs respects, and respect gets points. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Exploding Earths. Don't forget to tell us what you thought about the draft and who did the better book for your chance to win one of five comic book mystery mailers from me. I'm going to go out, I'm going to find some comic books for you, I'm going to dig around, I'm going to get some real choice ones, and I'm going to send them out. And also so that I can give you guys a hard time on our results episode. It's going to be swell. And don't forget, hashtag ABC, always be collecting. I'm Anthony East.